Big Z Reviews. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning is part two, although they kind of dropped the part two of the last film, like the last chapter of Ethan Hunt, and I really enjoyed it, but it definitely is not as good as like the last two films before this final chapter. Like those last two were like Rogue Nation and Fallout were probably my favorite films of the whole series. But I mean, this is still really good.
If we want to bring the world back from the brink, we have to deal with him.
Should he choose to accept?
Your team has been betrayed, Ethan. All your secrets compromised.
So this is again directed by Christopher McQuarrie, and starring Tom Cruise with his team, including Haley Atwell, Ving Rhames, and Simon Pegg. And it's funny. The first part of this movie is kind of odd, where it's funny because I don't know if they needed to do it, because all the other movies they didn't have to reintroduce you to Ethan Hunt. And okay, you're doing a mission that's probably impossible if you choose to accept. They didn't have to remind you of who Ethan Hunt was. But I feel like they were worried that people, probably because the box office wasn't that great. And unfortunately, the box office of this one isn't that great either for the cost of it. But so they hoped that more people will go see this and saw the last one. So they have to, the first 15, 20 minutes of the film is half doing an action scene and then half also recapping what happened in Dead Reckoning Part 1. So it's the pacing of it and the editing of it is very odd. I kind of then you finally get the actual opening credits, and I'm like, that was an odd introduction to this film. But the rest of the movie is great. And I love, towards the end, some of, the crazy plane action scenes. The filming of it kind of reminded me of Fallout, with, the helicopter chase scenes with Superman. Some of, that stuff, is, the filmmaking of it is crazy. And it's the breathtaking action scenes. And, even more so when they're doing it for real. Tom Cruise, with no parachute, is transferring between planes, and I love, again, it's similar to Fallout. The final scene is very reminiscent of Fallout, where he has to he has to rely on his crew, and his crew has to rely on him, and neither of them knows if the other one is actually succeeding, but they still have to behave like they are, and they know there's only one chance, or the world's ending, or the nuclear bomb is gonna go off. So they have to do the blink of an eye. They have to do different things. They have to get the time. They have to set up the timer and transfer stuff and do all the shenanigans they need to do in a blink of an eye. They don't even know if Tom Cruise is succeeding in what he's doing, and even more because the president doesn't know. He doesn't even know if Tom Cruise is alive, but they have to whether she should start nuking everybody and before the AI starts nuking them. They nuking the world. Whether try to save America by bombing everyone else. There's some really tense moments, and the action, it delivers everything it promises. But I still think the whole idea of the entity is kind of... It's it reminded me... I recently did a rewatch of the whole It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia series. It's kind of my comfort show. And the one towards the newest season, they had Lethal Weapon 7 or whatever they're doing. And at a certain point, they're trying to be PC friendly, so none of them were doing blackface. They were they actually got black people to play the black character, and then they two black people, they would play a black person playing the white person, but then like we can't offend anyone with who the villains are. So it's like, so it's this giant tidal wave, like from no country, I guess. It's just there. It's like like.
It says look behind you.
Oh, no! Tidal wave! Where'd that come from?
Well, no country specifically. Just an act of God, I guess.
No God specifically, just the universe or whatever.
Like there's, and this entity, like, it's kind of like from his past, and it's also like from Russia created something, I guess, the submarine, but like they're not doing it. It's this entity. So the global market won't be offended when, and then will come watch your film, you know. But like it didn't really matter because I mean, it delivers on everything I would want in a Mission Impossible film. And I love too that, I'm not going to spoil it, but they did not do what James Bond did. I love that character. They did not, like, he was done with James Bond. Like, they did the ending for that character. Like, there is definitely no coming back from that. Like, he was poisoned and there was like an atomic bomb, and like, yeah, he's dead. But in this one, they definitely do not do that. But at the same time, the box office did not do well enough for how much it costs to make these films to probably ever do another one. So I think this actually probably will be the end of these. But I mean, it went off with a bang. Like it's really good. I would definitely recommend it. You know, I enjoyed it a lot. I probably give like an 8.5 out of 10. It's definitely not one of the best Mission Impossible, but it's kind of right in the middle of the pack. You know, I think on par with the last one. It may be slightly better, but it's a great action flick. You know, it's a reason to go see it in a movie theater. But thanks for watching. If you want to see more, you can subscribe down below. Thanks.